New York City is arguably the best city in the world and has so much to offer visitors. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we share the things to know before you go to New York City. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. New York sees visitors all year round, but the best time to visit is April to June or November and December. If it is your first time in the city, we recommend sticking with spring. The weather is pleasant and there are less tourists, so you can see all of the sights without the long queues. However, November and December in New York is magical. The city goes above and beyond with Thanksgiving, Christmas and New Year celebrations. We would highly recommend visiting during the holiday period if you love Christmas and don't mind the crowds too much. It is also a very busy time to visit. So now let's look at getting there. Most visitors arrive in New York at one of the airports. Newark Liberty International Airport is often overlooked, yet cheap flights from Europe can be found flying into Newark every day. JFK is the most popular airport for those heading to the Big Apple, whilst LaGuardia Airport is mainly used for domestic flights. If you are travelling from another US city, you could take a bus to the city using the Greyhound routes, or you could choose to catch a train. Amtrak trains stop at Penn Station along the East Coast line, whilst the Long Island Railroad runs services between Brooklyn, Queens and Long Island. So now let's look at getting around. The subway is the most efficient and convenient way of getting around the city and is fairly inexpensive. However, there aren't subway stops near all of the major attractions. This means that you can't solely rely on the subway. You may need to use the buses, catch a cab, or walk a few blocks to your chosen destination. The buses are a great way to head across Manhattan, and using Google Maps is a brilliant way to find out which route is best for you. However, try your best to avoid rush hour. If this is your first time in New York, we also recommend taking a sightseeing hop-on, hop-off bus. These are fantastic. They will take you around the city. There are various different routes so you can explore all of the neighborhoods, and you can choose to get off the bus whenever you want to go and see a site and then hop back on when you're ready to explore some more. We will leave the link in the description below. And finally, if you have the time, you could also use the New York Water Taxi, an enjoyable way to see the city, especially in the warmer months. So now let's look at typical prices. There are a lot of accommodation options in New York, perfect for all budgets. Dorm beds begin at around $60, whilst budget chain hotels begin at around $100. Mid-range hotel rooms start at $150 in a good location, whilst a room in a 5-star hotel starts at around $400 a night, but make sure to book these in advance. Luxury hotels can reach up to $800 or more during the busier months. New York is known for its food, with dollar pizza slices and food trucks offering food between $1 to $5. Lunches begin at around $10 and dinners range anywhere between $25 to $100 plus, depending on location and what type of restaurant you're going for. Our best advice for budgeting with food in New York is to research restaurants in advance and plan out your itinerary before you go. So the city can be expensive, but there are plenty of ways to experience New York on a budget. Stick to using budget chain hotels like Echo Lodge to save on accommodation, then stick to walking or using public transport to get around. You could also choose to stay in Queens or Brooklyn for cheaper accommodation options, but just double check that your room has a window and a private bathroom. Get yourself discounted Broadway tickets from the Tickets booth or TodayTix and take a free walking tour. Free tours by foot offer great options for you to take a tour whilst learning more about the city. We will leave all of these links in the description below. You can enjoy the many free attractions like Central Park, the High Line and Brooklyn Bridge. Then get yourself a city pass to save on paid attractions, including the Empire State Building, Top of the Rock and the Statue of Liberty. So now let's look at the best things to do in New York City. There is so many attractions to see and do here. Firstly, you will want to head to the most popular sites like Times Square, Brooklyn Bridge, Grand Central Station and the Empire State Building. Next, pay respects at the 9/11 Memorial Museum, then head to one of the many other museums in the city such as the Met. Enjoy some of the best food in the city at Katz Deli, or sing along with the professionals whilst you dine at the Ellen Stardust Diner. Walk off those calories by strolling along the High Line and catch a Yankees game for a great sports experience in the city. Watch this video to find out 25 best places to visit in New York City. Then for New York City tips for first timers, watch this video. We hope you have an incredible time in the Big Apple and stay creative.